Spring is finally here, and it's awesome. It's awesome also that I have some spare time in the afternoon, which is unusual, because I usually work until late. Also, my in-laws are here, so I take a chance to spend time with them. I also want to take the opportunity to make a video and show you something. This time with my Canon R8. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Oh, cute little kid here. Say hi, everybody. Say hi to Sandra.
Hi.
And here's Michael. He's made so many videos with me already.
Hello.
One of my favorite cameras for vlogging is definitely the Osmo Pocket 3. But if you want a camera with interchangeable lenses, where you can change lenses and be more creative and have much more flexibility, you can use the Canon R8, which I love, by the way. Many people ask me, what lens can I use with the Canon R8 for vlogging? And I usually say the 16 to 35 millimeters with the adapter, which is what I generally use with the Canon R8. But if you want something more budget friendly and at the same time very good quality, something that allows you to vlog and at the same time do your cinematic B-rolls and everything, interview shots, a kind of versatile lens is the RF 35mm f1.8. And here I have it, the Canon R8 with this wonderful lens. And I'm gonna try it now in this context, like vlogging, to see if we can use this lens for vlogging, or if I'm wrong and we cannot. So here I have it, my Canon R8 with the RF 35mm f1.8 on a Joby Gorilla Pod 5K with the Rode Video Micro here on top. And of course I'm using an ND filter. I don't think I'll need it for long. It's sunsetting, but let's see, I do what I can. Let's switch to the Canon R8 now. Okay, so here we have it. The Canon R8 with the RF 35mm f1.8 and stabilization off. This lens has its own stabilization. And let's see, I'm gonna turn it on, and here it is. Again. I love this lens because for its quality, it's really affordable. I love it. And by the way, check the links in the description, see all my gear stuff and things. My gear. And check the link to Artlist. And you can get 2 months of awesome music, great sound effects, voiceovers, a lot of things. 2 months for free if you subscribe to an annual plan through my link. So, the thing is, it's good enough for vlogging. It's a little bit tight, but still, you're not obliged to keep it like permanently on the Joby Gorilla Pod at this distance, you know? You can just set it somewhere and set yourself at the desired distance to get framed the way you want. And maybe you'll be able to show a little bit more of the background. Right now, aperture f1.8, I think everything is like blurry and not ideal for vlogging. Let's close it down a bit. Okay, now f4. F4, I guess, is not melting anymore like the background here. Well, good thing is you can shoot some great B-roll with this lens in 60 frames per second. 120 frames per second, but in 1080. When in 60, it's in 4K. When in 120, 1080. So about stabilization, what do you think? Is it stable enough? Because now we're relying only on the stabilization of the lens. So again, let me know in the comments down below. Now, I'm going to activate the electronic stabilization of the Canon R8. Drops a little bit, but it should be more stable. What do you think? Is it worth it? And this is why I wouldn't use the enhanced stabilization. It crops way too much. So in the end, can we use this lens, the Canon RF 35mm f1.8, for vlogging? Well, you decide, because for what I see, it's a little bit tight for my taste, especially if I want to show everything in the background, like in a travel scenario or something like that, visiting a city or anything. As I told you, unless you set the tripod somewhere and you step away from the camera and then talk, and make sure you have a lavalier microphone, a wireless one, to do that. I don't know if I would like to vlog with it. If I don't have anything else, yes, but otherwise, I'm gonna stick to my 16 to 35mm f2.8. Because for example now, I'm here with my son. You can't even see him.
Hello.
Alright, it's one of the first lenses I recommend, but if you want a more versatile lens, again, get something else. I could use the 35mm f1.8 only, even with the crop, as long as I don't have any choice, because I would use, for this scenario, like vlogging, literally anything else. Something wider. Some of you may argue that there's a lens, the 16mm f2.8, I believe, which is, yeah, wide enough, but I don't like it for two reasons. One is the quality, and there's no, I don't know, there's no 3D pop whatsoever, and it hunts a lot when focusing. It's not very reliable. I don't like that lens. I'd rather save more money if I were you and get the EF 16 to 35mm f2.8 used secondhand, and the 35mm f1.8 RF to get some awesome shots for B-rolls and interview shots and many things. It's very versatile as long as we don't have to vlog completely with it. But hey, as I said earlier, it depends also, especially on how you film. And if you decide to get it for your vlogs in low light, the Canon R8 with this lens, it's some incredible combo. sure, if this lens RF 35mm is all you have, for sure, you can do it all. You can vlog with it. Yes, just the framing when holding it on a Joby Gorilla Pod is gonna be kind of tight, as you've seen. So if you're okay with that, no problem at all. But if you want to show more of the background, like more people, if you're with someone, like with my son here, you can't even see him with the other lens, with the R8 and the 35mm. Say hi. Normal face. Come on. But I mean, you can do it. It's just a matter of personal taste. Personally, I use something else, like the 16 to 35mm have 2.8 Mark II version 2 with the adapter, and that's my Swiss Army knife. I made a video about it. Actually, I made many videos about it. I love that lens, but I'm not saying that the 35mm is bad. You can do it all. Yes, definitely. It's just you have to adjust a little bit to it, especially when it comes to selfie mode, to show yourself, and especially if you activate the stabilization of the Canon R8, which crops a little bit. Of course, the 35mm f1.8 has its own stabilization, but more often than not, you're gonna have to activate also the stabilization, the electronic stabilization of the R8. All right, yes, we can use only one lens, like the 35mm f1.8, to make everything. Yes, including the vlogging parts, if you're okay with the framing, which is tight, but doable, yes. But by doing so, we lose one of the biggest advantages we have with a camera like the R8 over the Osmo Pocket 3, for example. We won't take full advantage of the possibility to use different lenses according to what we actually need for our shooting, for our video. Well then, why do we spend buying a Canon R8 and one lens like the 35mm f1.8? Why do we spend almost 4 times the price of the Osmo Pocket 3 if then we use it with that lens only, with the 35mm, which is wonderful, yes, great, but when it comes to vlogging, it's definitely limiting compared to something wider. Honestly, the ideal using a camera that allows you to change different lenses, to use different lenses, the ideal is to own at least 2. Even better if one of the 2 lenses is a zoom lens. It's not a secret that my favorite lens is the 16 to 35mm f2.8, but also the 15 to 35mm RF, and a prime lens like a 35 or 50, sometimes even an 85. But let's say with a zoom lens, a wide angle, plus a prime lens, you can do seriously anything. Should you get it or not? Once you get used to the a little bit tight field of view for the vlogging part, for the selfie shots, you're gonna love it, especially for the B-rolls and for the low light performance. All right, so now I'm just gonna enjoy my freedom. Did you play?
Yes.
All right, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, smash the like button, subscribe if you ain't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah!